Hey, it's Dana McNeill here, Call Coach Dana, and I'm back in my kitchen today, but I'm not planning on doing any cooking for you right now. But I am going to show you a few things in here, but I have something in my hand. What is this? Puzzle pieces. So, do you enjoy putting together a puzzle? Do you want it to be easy or hard, complicated, challenging a little bit? So, my husband and I do enjoy putting together a jigsaw puzzle from time to time, but it takes commitment and it takes strategy. He has his strategy, I have my strategy. But I use my strategy somewhat in how I take care of myself, my own health and my own well-being, and also how I would coach you how to do the same. I am going to talk with you all about my puzzle strategy. There we go. So we actually put together this puzzle the other day, and it took several days, and it stayed on the dining room table, and it drove us all crazy until it got done. Let's go back to the strategy with putting a puzzle together. So when I put a puzzle together, the first thing I do is I find the four corners. Then you have to find all of the edges. And then you start filling everything in the middle. I started thinking about that a little bit and realized that I definitely have some corners established for myself and my life and my health. First of all, mindset. You're not going to make any changes or do anything any different if you have the same old mindset and you think the same thoughts, you do the same things, and you expect different results. Excuse me, it's never going to happen, right? And then the other thing is kind of looking at your lifestyle and thinking of the lifestyle you want. We want to establish and lay out a plan for the lifestyle that you dream of. So we need to establish your why. Why do you want to make a change? Why do you want something different? We start with why, and we go from why to why to why to why till we get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into really why that is. And so often we hit some emotional things that we are hanging on to and that are connected to our dreams, but we have been convinced somehow that it just can't happen, and that's just not true. All right, and the other thing is because of habits. We have established habits. Habits take place and are established over a course of years, and we want to change your habits. We want to look at the habits that are good and keep those. And the habits that are bad are not serving you, not getting you to your goal, not getting you to the lifestyle that you want, to change those habits. So those are kind of the four corners, and then we start filling in. Now, I know that what I'm getting ready to show you really may not seem like a puzzle corner, but in establishing my lifestyle plan, there are some things that I have put into place that keeps me on track. I enjoy them, and I don't have to worry about if that's right or wrong. I'm in my kitchen, and y'all have seen me cook. I can cook. I kind of like to cook sometimes, but there's so many things I'd rather do. So making a smoothie for me is fast, efficient, and y'all, that's really what I like in my lifestyle, is fast, efficient, easy. Okay? So smoothies make that easy for me because in my smoothie, you'll see, because I'm getting ready to show you exactly what I put in my most favorite smoothie and how simple and easy it is. So hold on one second. I'm going to take you over here and show you my smoothie. All right, here are all of my smoothie ingredients. So I'm going to give you a close-up look. So first of all, I'll start with super greens, and this particular one has spinach, chard, kale, and arugula. I normally get spinach and kale mix, or just baby spinach, and you don't taste that at all in your smoothie. So about 2 cups is what I'm using here, and Then of course, organic whole carrots, organic celery. I already have 2 carrots and 2 celery stalks cut up that I'm going to use, and my berries, and I have about a cup of berries ready. They're frozen, so they're going to make my smoothie nice and cold. I am going to add water and ice, and I use this protein powder, and I love that it's plant-based, and I do like using vanilla. It has 21 grams of protein and no artificial sweeteners, gluten-free, GMO-free, soy-free, and vegan. I love this protein powder. It's so amazing. And then I'm going to add a banana, and then of course water. I'll do this 2 scoops of the protein powder, and then it calls for 8 ounces of water. So I'll add 8 ounces of water, 2 scoops of protein powder, and then maybe about 6 ice cubes. Those are my smoothie ingredients, and that is my favorite smoothie that I love. Alrighty, so everything is in there. I have my banana, my celery and carrots, ice cube, my protein powder, my greens, and my water. And now we're ready to turn this bad boy on and hit smoothie. Alrighty, let's pour it up. Y'all, this really is super yummy. And that's an 8 ounce glass, so there's 16 ounces of smoothie in there for me to drink. And I will be so full, and it tastes so yummy. And my body just is happy because I'm getting all the nutrients that I need. That was pretty good. And I hate to tell you, I've already drank it all down. I couldn't help myself. I was hungry. It was time to eat. And I wanted my smoothie. And it was delicious. And it was so simple and so easy. And look at all the nutrition that I got in my smoothie. And that is one of my meals every single day. And I could have that multiple times if I wanted to. And it would continue to serve me well because what is in that smoothie is good for me. All right, so the other thing that I really need in my life, well, honestly, I guess I don't need it. But I sure do like it, and that's my coffee. So in the mornings, I start with my lemon water, and I do drink lemon water every morning and every night, and I drink water all throughout the day. And I drink coffee in the morning, and then I have an afternoon cup of coffee. And on a rare occasion, I'll have an evening cup of coffee. So I still do drink caffeinated coffee, but definitely this. So hold on one second. Let me show you my little coffee station. Now here is another little station in my kitchen that I love every morning. So I have my coffee time for sure. And of course I am using organic coffee. So it's very important that we use organic coffee, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. I also use 100% stevia extract. So it usually says 100% on here. I don't know why they've changed the packaging, because there is nothing in here except organic stevia extract, 45 milligrams. And this little container, as you can see, is about the size of a spice jar, and it has 630 servings in it. So just a little bit goes a long way, but I use this anytime I need to sweeten anything. Of course, I've got my coffee filters here. We've got some banana peels going on back here with some water. Those are good for the tomato plants out back. And of course, we have John's sugar. So that is for him. He still, I cannot get him away from sugar in his coffee, but get away from the granulated sugar, John. Everyone. So that is my coffee station, and every morning I have me 16 ounces of lemon water, and you can use fresh lemon, you can use essential lemon oil, or a little bit of both. Lemon or lime is very good to purify the blood and to purify your system really good every morning. So I do that every morning, every night. All right, so that's another little piece of my puzzle. All right, so nothing fancy, right? But it sure does make good coffee. And you always want to go organic with your coffee, because coffee beans are grown in regions where the humidity is high, it's a very warm climate, and mold and mildew can grow on the beans. And so they are treated very frequently. Most all coffee beans are treated with chemicals to keep that mold and mildew and fungus from growing on them. But I make sure I drink coffee that has not been treated with any chemicals and is organic. Now, I've shown you a couple things in my kitchen. Probably you're thinking, what does that have to do with puzzle pieces? Well, it's like, I just know I get a few little corner things happening so that I don't have to think about it. You know, I just have to worry about the middle stuff. All right, so let's talk a little bit about just kind of getting ready and having that mindset and having that motivation. Where do you even start? So sometimes we look, you know, this bag of puzzle pieces, they're tiny and there are 500 of them. So when you throw them all out on the table, you're like, oh my gosh, where do I even start? And those corners don't just pop out at you. You've got to thumb through and look through, and it can be very tedious. It made me think of, we're getting ready to have new floor covering put down this week, and we have to pack up everything off of our furniture. So we don't have to move any furniture, like little lightweight pieces, but we've got to take stuff off. Now you might think, well, that shouldn't be a big deal. Just take the things off the top of your furniture. Hold on a minute and let me show you. Do you see what I mean? It all has to get packed up. This is just one room. Right? So you could get very overwhelmed, and I have, and I've been hoarding up boxes, and they're all in the front guest room, and you know, I don't really want to get started right now because they're not coming in for a few more days, and I don't want everything packed up. But I've got to start making a plan, and so making a plan is right here on my list too, as part of my strategy. You have to have a plan, and you have to have the motivation, and you have to have the tools and the supplies necessary. So we talk through all of those things too. And then things just start fitting together, you know? When you work a puzzle and you get the corners and you get the boundary and you start filling in, and then you say, oh, here's everything in red, or here's something that's bright yellow, or here looks like this piece, and you start building around all throughout, and it's like, oh, so you've got all of this, and then you've got a chunk here and a chunk here and a chunk here, and it's like, we're almost there. we almost have this figured out. And so when you do, it just makes you feel elated that, oh my word, this puzzle is finally done, right? So there are some things in that puzzle that we're going to establish that's going to help pull it all together and make it all look beautiful, simple, easy, and done. But is it ever done? It's a work in progress. It's a lifestyle. So when I hear someone say, I've started a diet, I just want to just say, okay, good. That's good. How's that working for you? And so, you know, it's a temporary fix. So listen, it's like putting a puzzle together. And it's like making sure you've got all the corners in place and you've got your boundaries set so that you just enjoy life and fill in the middle. So let me help you to make your life a little bit easier so that you can look more like you want to look, you can feel more like you need to feel, and you can do more of what you want to do. So, is it time to put a puzzle together? Time to get the framework done. So come on board and let's have some puzzle time.